Inflation is a general increase in the price of goods and services. It means that the purchasing power of your money decreases over time. For example, if a loaf of bread costs $1 today, and inflation is 2%, it will cost $1.02 next year. Inflation erodes the value of your savings. If your savings don't grow at the same rate as inflation, you'll be able to buy less with your money in the future. This is why it's important to consider inflation when making financial decisions. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more financial news. It's crucial to understand that inflation is a fact of life. It's not something to be feared, but it is something to be aware of. By understanding how inflation works, you can make informed decisions about how to save and invest your money. When inflation is high, the interest rates offered on traditional savings accounts are often low. This means that your money is losing value even as it sits in the bank. Let's say you have $1,000 in a savings account that pays 1% interest. If inflation is 3%, your money will only be worth $970 in a year's time. That's a real loss of $30. It's important to look for savings options that offer interest rates that are at least equal to, if not higher than, the rate of inflation. This will help you to protect the purchasing power of your money. Property is often seen as a good investment during periods of inflation. This is because property values and rental income tend to rise alongside inflation. As the cost of goods and services increases, so too does the cost of building materials and labor. This pushes up the price of new homes, which in turn boosts the value of existing properties. However, it's important to remember that property is a long-term investment. There will always be fluctuations in the market. It's also important to diversify your investments and not put all your eggs in one basket. Section 4. How wages are affected. Wages typically lag behind inflation. This means that your income may not keep pace with the rising cost of living. As a result, you may find it harder to make ends meet, even if you get a pay rise. This is especially true for people in low-wage jobs. They are often the hardest hit by inflation, as they spend a larger proportion of their income on essentials like food and energy. It's important to be aware of the impact of inflation on your wages and to budget accordingly. You may need to cut back on your spending or find ways to increase your income. Section 5. Safeguarding your financial future. Protecting your money from inflation requires proactive planning. Here are a few strategies. Invest in inflation-protected securities. These investments offer returns that are linked to inflation. Consider the stock market. Historically, stocks have outpaced inflation over the long term. Explore real assets. Real estate, commodities, and precious metals can hold their value during inflation. Look for high-yield accounts. Some banks offer savings accounts with higher interest rates. Remember, it's crucial to maintain an emergency fund that can cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This will help you weather any financial storms that come your way. By being proactive and making informed decisions, you can safeguard your financial future from the erosive effects of inflation.